This is the Evergoods MHP3.5 liter. And in this review, we're gonna talk about the pros and the cons of it to see if it's the bag for you. An enormous front compartment. Love their zipper pullers. It says 3.5, but it feels like a 5 liter to me. It's not like the best sling that I've ever experienced. But if it's not, these are a couple alternative suggestions I might have for bags that might better suit your needs. But first, let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about the gist of the Evergoods MHP 3.5 liter. Dads, unite. It's fanny pack time. In all seriousness though, fanny packs are making a little bit of a comeback right now. And not just from ironic hipsters at Coachella. Brands like Evergoods are bringing fanny packs into the 21st century. And this one's one of the more popular ones that I've seen on the market. Evergoods comes from Montana. They have a devout following, to say the least. But I honestly think it's very well deserved, as Evergoods is one of the best bag brands in the world. But will this stand up to their reputation? Let's talk about its features. It's a big old burly, beefy hip pack that features an enormous front compartment, a smaller but well-organized back compartment, a breathable back panel, big old chunky buckles from Duraflex, and a very nifty and sort of hidden stash pocket, which I'll explain what that's for 2 sections from now. Hold tight. The MHP is currently available in 2 color options, but there's also other fabric options, such as EcoPack and an undyed textile version, but these kind of come and go with seasonality. The dimensions of the base are around 14 inches length, 7 inches tall, and a depth of around 5 inches. And an important note, the waist belt extends to a maximum of 52 inches. The MHP is advertised to weigh 0.9 pounds, and our scale verifies that on the dot. This is the MHP when it's empty. This is the MHP when it's fully packed out and worn on me. For reference, I'm 5'8", and we'll be sure to pack it out throughout this entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. And for all that, it costs $119 US, but it does come with a lifetime warranty. And that also comes with free 30-day returns depending on your location. And if at any point in this review you're thinking to yourself, that is the beefy, burly, manly hip pack of my dreams, I'm totally getting one. And you're gonna make a purchase. We do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps support the Nomadization YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. All right, let's talk about the outside of the Evergoods MHP 3.5 liter. I like to begin these sections by talking about the aesthetic, because Evergoods is sort of renowned for trademarking this term of crossover gear. And that's supposed to be gear that can look good in a city setting, but can also function in an outdoors setting. And something that really helps with that is the choice of fabric, which is a 420D high tenacity nylon. And it's a great material for that crossover appeal because it looks nice and chic and premium in that sense, but without sacrificing function because it's highly durable and has a decent amount of weather resistance. This is so exciting. We just got these patches made up. And I'm usually not much of a patch guy, but we got a Nomadization patch. That sling just went from like a 9 to an 11 in my book. This is Evergoods logo, but as I showed, you can throw a patch on there if you want to go unbranded and kind of, do your own thing. Thanks, Margaret. I love the patches. Wait, look at it. Cool, right? Best Evergoods bag I've ever seen. Went from Evergoods to Evergreats. Hey, it's a dad pack. I gotta make dad jokes. Now we're gonna talk about these 1, 2, 3 compartments in the inside section next. In the meantime, let's talk about the harness system. You can see right here that it has a really nice bend to it, which enables it to sort of fit around the body without any fight. And the buckles are behind this material right here, which means they're less likely to interfere with your hip and cause pain. The buckles are made from Duraflex. They make some of the best hardware in the game. And with this really interesting strap management system that Evergoods just introduced, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't hate it, because I hate dangle. Hashtag stop the dangle. But to utilize it, you in essence roll up the excess nylon and then just kind of fold this guy over. Which, don't get me wrong, it works and it's pretty clean, but you also got this little dingleberry just kind of chilling around. It's not the worst dingleberry, but it's very, it's there. I don't know, what do you think? Like, is this a pretty neat strap management system? It's innovative, I'll give them that. I've never seen it before. Or do you prefer like a traditional nylon web holder on the actual strap itself? There's pros and cons to both. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And then finally, we have a very ventilated back panel, or I guess front panel. And you can see on this panel right here, which will be at your front or potentially your back, it's pretty well ventilated. We got these cuts right here, help inspire some airflow. Overall, I suspect it will be a pretty comfortable wear, and we're gonna put that to the test in just a minute. Now we're gonna test out the comfort of this in the next section, which let's jump into it. Let's talk about the inside of the Evergoods MHP 3.5 liter. Now I know you might be thinking to yourself, Aaron, you didn't talk about these compression straps on the outside section. And the reason I didn't is because it actually serves a pretty functional value when it comes to the storage. Because in essence, this is advertised as like a stash pocket that you can throw a very lightweight jacket into. And to access it, you'll want to loosen the compression strap, and then you can go ahead and toss something in there. But you're gonna be a little limited. Like I got pretty normal sized umbrella here. Actually, it could fit, okay. I take back the limitations thing. This is one thing that Evergoods is unbelievable at, is creating sneaky amounts of space. And there is a compression strap on each side. And the compression strap, you can just tighten it, therefore securing whatever you've stashed in the stash pocket. Let's talk main compartment. The main compartment is protected with 2 YKK zippers, and they're chunky ones, they're number 10s. And you'll notice it's not PU coated, but Evergoods does add a DWR spray, which really helps with weather resistance for a couple months to maybe a year, but it does wear off over time. So if that's important to you, you can buy your own DWR spray and reapply as needed. Love their zipper pullers. Very simple, very beautiful. Nice little knot for a little bit of grip. And you can change these zipper pullers out to different colors that Evergoods does offer. And you can see we're in the main compartment. Now notice the umbrella is still packed in here, and it is taking up a little bit of space, a significant amount of space. And then the back pocket uses a number 8 YKK zipper and has 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets and a key leash. Let's pack it out. Now real fast, let's display something about this hip pack that is awesome, which is its capacity. I got a 1 liter Nalgene right here, and you can see that is going to stow away in there with room to spare. So the versatility of a hip pack like this is quite important because, you know, it's big. It's really big, but like, it kind of is a little more low key when it needs to be. But then when you're like, I need a 1 liter Nalgene, you can handle that as well. And one thing to note, Tab was like, can you put the 1 liter Nalgene in the stuff pocket? And I was like, there's no way, Tab. Stupid question. And you totally, absolutely can. This is what Evergoods does. They're just wizards with man. So now I've got the 1 liter Nalgene in here. We're gonna put a tablet in the back pocket. This is just a Kindle. And there's no real other organization. So I'm just gonna throw some things inside. Tissues, kind bar, put the umbrella on top, right? Like really get our money's worth out of that capacity. And these chunky number 10s, they can just handle that load, no problem. I love a main compartment that has less organization, especially in a sling or a fanny pack, because it's actually almost quicker to find what you need. Backside, keyring solution's pretty basic, but it gets the job done. This back pocket, I'm gonna throw my passport size notebook, portable battery. I think the AirPods should fit right in there. They do. We'll do a pen. That pen sleeve, and you can see some organizational goodness happening in the back. But will it close? Yes, it will. It's just what Evergoods does best. And we probably stuff this out way more than it should be, but you know, we want to show the capacity. In a worst case scenario, when you're in a pinch and you got that umbrella and you got the water bottle and you got the kids stuff and you know, whatever it might be, it says 3.5, but it feels like a 5 liter to me. But comfort's really important. So now that it's all decked out, let's give it a little test run. Can you see it?
Nope. This is why everyone has electric tables, man.
I like to go analog, okay? It's classy. Just tell me when to stop.
Okay, stop.
Okay, boom! We're in Fanny mode. I'll be honest, I've reviewed what feels like thousands of slings and backpacks at this point in time. I've only done about 4 or 5 hip pack reviews, but overall, I'd say given how much stuff is in there right now, I'm surprised how comfortable it is. And let's be honest, like, this is the beauty of hip packs. You're not really making a style statement. You're going for function, dude. Now, Evergoods marketing shows that it can be worn on the back and even encouraged, but I know a lot of you out there are concerned with security. But if you're not in an urban setting and you're hiking or outdoors with this, it should be fine.
Man, I can sit on that. You put your kids sitting there, that's perfect.
Gives you a badonkadonk. But you might be wondering, Aaron, can I wear it as a sling? And I would say you absolutely can. And I'll say it actually fits pretty impressively as a sling as well. It's big. I usually like my slings to be smaller, more like pocket reliever size. If I need something this big, I'll probably just take a backpack, like a small backpack. But you can see with the harness system, we got a little bit of gappage happening here. Because honestly, when one product tries to do 2 things, AKA be a sling and a fanny pack, it usually can't do both things very well. But if you got a more reasonable pack out, took the 1 liter Nalgene out, sling mode I'd say is actually pretty impressive. One thing to note though, is because of these beefy panels right here that are meant to sort of brace the sides of your body, I can kind of feel them in my torso a little bit. Not terribly, it's not painful. But again, this is designed to be a mountain hip pack. So they went all in on that, which means that some of the sling wearing nature of it is not gonna be, it's not the mountain sling pack, let's just put it that way, but it definitely gets the job done. And if you're thinking to yourself, whoa, like the philosophy of like sling mode and fanny mode, and this thing is actually really cool and bags are awesome, then you, my friend, might have a little something we call bag fever, and you're not alone. I got it. And there's like thousands of us that have it too. We call it the carry community. And Evergoods and Air and Bellroy and all these other amazing backpack brands are at the heart of this carry community. And they're just like doing mind-blowing things with bags right now. And it's like this mini revolution that's happening. And if you want to be at the heart of that revolution, then you're gonna wanna sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter. In the newsletter, I'm like your reporter in the field. There's a lot happening in this industry, so I'm gonna keep you up to date with the newest drops, limited edition releases, collabs, and everything in between. So if you wanna stay up to date with what's happening in the world of bags, be sure to look for this globe emoji in the description below. Okay, now let's talk about the overall pros and the cons of the Evergoods MHP 3.5 liter. Pro number one, just amazing capacity. Pro number two is a main compartment that just gets it right. And pro number three for me, I'm just gonna say, I love this coyote tan color option. I think it looks just really cool. But on the flip side, for some cons, while it's a really good sling, it's not like the best sling that I've ever experienced. Con number two is the jury is still out on this web holder solution. And con number three is while the DWR spray for the zippers is nice, it does wear off over time. But if you're still here and you're thinking to yourself, I'm ready. I'm ready to have a hip pack. He's not ready, but you might be. And if you're ready and you're gonna make a purchase, just a reminder, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But in case you're not quite sold, let me tell you about some of the alternative bags I teased at the beginning of the video. Alternative recommendation number one is gonna be this guy, the Evergoods CAS2. Great option for you if you really dig everything about the MHP, but you just want a smaller version. You can see the difference. And in my opinion, the CAS works much better as a sling while still being a pretty darn good fanny pack. And the other alternative is this guy right here, the WANDRD D1 fanny pack. Solid option if you are looking for a fanny pack / sling, but you're not as into the Evergoods vibe as you thought you were. You want something a little more sleek, a little bit more modern looking. That's what WANDRD does best. And to learn more about these bags, you can just watch these videos right here. If you got any questions about any bags, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.